This program is about master's program and PhD study abroad, specifically the USA. And of course, the information you get here, it can be applied to other countries too. They are similar. So, but I'm particular about USA in this session. Please, you can mute your mic. Everyone, please mute your mic. Make sure your mic is muted. I could still hear some background noise. So, in other words, it is not about bachelor's program. If you're applying for bachelor's program, yes, you can follow the same pattern, but I'm not talking about bachelor's program here. I'm not specific about bachelor's program or any other program. So I'm basically speaking about master's and PhD. Benefits of studying in the US. Number one, you have access to world-class education. Yes, when it comes to world-class education, US is second to none. And I can boldly say that the facts are out there. Just Google it. You have access. I appreciate all the lecturers and the people that God has used to train me. People that have trained me in my undergraduates, those who have passed through, wonderful lecturers, I can't mention their names here, that have impacted me, but when it comes to studying, when it comes to education, when it comes to high quality education, you can't take it away from US, okay? And they have about more than 3,000 plus universities. Number 3 to India and I think one other country, I can't remember. Okay, so when it comes to world-class education, you want to think of studying in the US and of course some other countries. Then diverse cultural opportunity to meet different people from different culture and have connections. Some of the connections you will be having here, we stand, for a long time. People that you will have access to for a long time, that even if you decide to go back to your country, you have access, you can do a lot of things, you can collaborate with them in a lot of projects, and even some can connect you. Career opportunities. Usually people also, some, have access to career opportunities, job prospects, especially when you graduate from a university, either as a PhD or master's student from US, you can think about the quality of, the quality and the, what's it called now? Yes, the quality of certification that you will have, and it can compete with anyone, anywhere in the world. Okay, then access to research facilities. That is one of the benefits also. So that's, I just said, let me share that with you too. Now, let me just, like a summary, let me just summarize the application process. The application process, let me summarize the application process. We have, the first thing, you want to research the universities and programs. You want to research the universities and programs. Now, what do you want to do there while researching? You want to check the program. Do they have the program that you want to apply for? Maybe you want to apply for programs related to finance. You want to do biochemistry. Your own is biology, music, economics, any program related to that. Maybe you want to go into cybersecurity and all of that. What do you want to have access to? Which program are you interested in? You must even have that at the back of your mind. This is what I'm going to, going to the United States for. This is what I want to study. That's what I mean by research. You want to research some of these things. You want to take time to get through all those things. Then, number 2, you want to prepare the required documents. Now, these things are not just arranged in the particular order that, okay, this, you do this after this. Some of them, you do them simultaneously, So you want to prepare required documents, your SOP, that statement of purpose or personal statement. Some require personal statements, some statement of purpose. Both of them are related, just a little bit different. I don't want to talk about that now, but they are going to tell you what they require from you, statement of purpose or personal statements. You want to also make sure that you have your transcript, your university transcript. If you don't have that now, go and start preparing for it, especially a student copy, so that in places where they require unofficial transcripts, that's unofficial transcript. Official transcript is the one you will send, that the school, your university, your undergraduate university will send to them directly. That is official transcript. Unofficial is the one that the school will send to you as a student copy, in which you can, send to some of these schools temporarily till the time they'll give you admission. And when they give you admission, you can now send the official one. Some schools work like that, while some schools, we want you to send your official ones. You understand? So it depends on which school and what they require. And then your CV, you want to prepare them. Your certificates, you want to make sure you have them. The test results. When I mean test results, I'm talking about all these proficiency tests, TOEFL, Duolingo, GRE, GMAT, and all of that. Some schools require them, but it is optional actually. It is optional. When I mean by it's optional, where you see schools that require them, there are some other schools that don't require them. it's not bad if you can do them. And I tell you, even if you have schools that don't require some of these tests, if you have done those tests, it will have given you a upper edge over those who have not done it. So if you understand what I just said now, please let me know in the comments box. Okay, so some of these tests are not compulsory. I mean, no, that's not what I want to say. Some of these tests will be avoided when you avoid school that require it. That is to your own decision anyway. If you have a school that you so really want to attend, probably they even give funding. There are schools like that their funding package is very good for international students, but because they require this thing, so you can do it. A lot of people to do that, So you want to make sure you prepare all those documents, or if you don't have them now, you start thinking of how you are going to get them. You want to prepare samples of your work. If you are you can take your undergraduate project, you wrote a project, you can brush it up and make it a sample. Are you getting it? You can bring out papers from it. It may be published, may not be published. Okay, but it is samples of your work because it's your work. Okay, and then you want to think about recommendation letters from the lecturers in your university. Okay, so you want to think about how you be able to get recommendation from them. They may not likely send the letter to you. The school will request it from there and they will send it to the school. But you want to make sure you build or brush up the relationship you have with your lecturers. If you are here and you are still an undergraduate or you just graduated and you don't have good relationship with your lecturers, this is the time to establish a good relationship. Okay, because some of them, those recommendation letters matter. Whatever they say, the school is going to take it that, oh yes, because they have been the one that have taught you before and they can talk about you. You understand? So you want to make sure that now you start contacting them, to build that relationship, and you can even let them know that you are trying to apply for this, and many of them will be willing to actually help you. So a strategic email that you want to send. So the schools that you are interested in, specifically to the professor. So you want to check their directories, you check their websites, we go over that and check for their emails. And there's a way to send some of these things too. It's not just, hello, I'm interested in your work, and you just blah, blah, blah. No, there are ways to send those emails. I'm just trying to summarize, the things that when you say applying for scholarship abroad, these are the things it entails. So then you want to apply online. You don't apply, you don't call the school. Even they have phone number, you don't call them. The application is online. You don't send all your documents, just send it to their email for them to figure it out. No. Most of them have, not even most of them, all of them have their websites, and then you have to apply online. Okay. Even if you speak with professor, you still have to apply online, and you have to watch out for the deadlines. And when it comes to applying, I would say that you apply to at least minimum of 3 schools, minimum of 3, maximum of X. Okay. Minimum of 3 schools that you apply for, so that if one, you can make choices. Let's say you got admission and you got funding in the 3, you can make choices. Based on, this one will align with my program more than this, or whichever reason you want to make your choice on. So, and how do you do that? You take advantage of application fee waiver. Okay. In the sense that many schools, many of them charge for application. You understand? Just like you are buying form, you pay the fee for form. Okay. So maybe it could be $40, between $40 to $80. But you take advantage of application fee waiver. There are times those schools, they waive the application fee. They can say within this week, anybody who will apply will not pay that application fee. So you want to take advantage of those things. So that means you must actually be abreast when it comes to information. You want to watch out the time that this school is waiving their own application fee, when the other school is waiving, and take opportunity of that so that you'll be able to apply to as many schools as possible. You can imagine if you want to apply to 3 schools and you are paying, let's say, $80 for each of them. You can imagine, you know what that means if you want to convert it to Naira or to any currency, in your country. That's expensive. So you want to take advantage of that. You want to apply or request for funding also from the school. Some of them are automatic. Okay, some schools are automatic that anyone who got admission, especially international students, they will be given funding in form of either scholarship, graduate assistantship, fellowship, or any type of funding. So some are automatic, while some are not. You have to request for it. So then after admission and funding, go for your visa interview and you fly. So that's a summary of everything. Okay. So, but we will see. I'll still try to break the ones I can break down. But with this information, I believe you have a grasp of what this thing entails. Okay. So now let me explain something before I go far. I mentioned GA. GA means graduate assistantship. It's a type of funding also. A graduate assistantship is a salaried student employment opportunity for graduate students. That's for students that are doing their masters or doing PhD. Okay. the school place them on employment. Okay, and they are in return for their employment, you are allowed to work. I mean, you are allowed to, yes, in return for the employment, for the work, they waive your tuition. I mean, your school fees. Instead of paying for the school fees, you are working for them and they are paying for your school fees. And sometimes, or most times, they don't just waive your tuition, they also give you a monthly stipend. So this assistantship could be 50% and it could be 100%. So when I say 50%, that means the other 50%, you have to cover it by yourself. But it's okay, some can take up job. There are jobs on campus, off campus that you can take to cover up the other 50%. But if you have 100%, that's a very good one. Good luck. You just have to work for the school or the department, and then they pay your tuition, and then you receive your monthly stipend, which you can use to take care of yourself. Okay, so we have majorly three forms of this assistantship. Research assistance. So in this case, you are attached to, please mute your mic if you are coming in. In this case, you are attached to a professor. So you are a research assistant. You are assisting a professor in his research. Okay, research assistant is you are working for the school, but you are being attached to a professor. Do you understand? So teaching assistants, you are teaching. You are working for the school as a teacher. You could be given a small class to teach, maybe a year one class to teach a particular course. You could be given, you could be placed in a lab to assist in the laboratory, and different ways. Then we have administrative assistants. You could help in office things. Maybe help us print this. You attend to some people. These things are just flexible work that will not really affect your study. And that is why graduate assistantship is one of the best funding you can have, because instead of getting admission, you can imagine getting admission to a school and you are asked to pay, let's say, $30,000 to $40,000 in a session. I mean, do you know how much is that? $30,000 to $40,000 in a session. You don't have a funding, you don't have scholarship. You know how it's going to be difficult, because you will be working. That means you will be working. You are studying, you are running from one place to the other. You're going to one restaurant to go and work, running up and down. So you will not even be focused. But when you have this kind of funding, you have the opportunity to be calm. And even the research assistantship, the teaching assistant, and all of that is still within your line. So you become better while you are working for the school, and then you are paid a monthly stipend, which you can use to pay your little bills, take care of yourself, feeding, accommodation, and the likes. So that is, I decided to talk about that because that is basically one of the most popular funding that we have in the United States. Majority of us that are here, that we are graduate assistants. Okay, I am a research assistant. So there are more graduate assistantship spots for PhD than masters. And I want to let you know that you can also apply for PhD direct from your bachelor's program. Okay, you can. In the United States, they accept PhD direct if you have a good application. But you have to make sure that you have a good application, or probably you graduated with a good CGPA, or you have something concrete in your CV, which I will talk about that later on. You may graduate with second class, even second class lower. There are even third class that are getting access to schools. But there are some other things you have done. Maybe in your workplace, you have been effective in workplace, you have a good CV. Okay, that one can complement for your CGPA or for whatever class you graduated with. But you can imagine if you graduated with third class and then you have not been working, there's no volunteer, there's nothing substantial in your CV, and you want to apply for PhD direct, it's difficult. Even masters. So you have to make sure that you put up a good application package to whichever one you are applying to. To pick maybe just one school, I want to show us how to navigate the website of the schools, because basically, like I said, we are going to be navigating the website. That's where to get the information. US schools, even the smallest school in US have a working website. So whatever information you need, they are there on the website, and they update their websites regularly. Whatever they will do, it's on the website. So you must know how to navigate the website properly. So let me put up my browser and decide to, let me check one school. Which school should I check? Let me say, for instance, you can do a blind search on Google. Okay, like if you have a university that you have in mind. Let me use a university for an instance. University of Notre Dame. And I search on Google. I hope everybody can see my screen, right? So now, if you can see on my screen, you see the University of Notre Dame. I'm using this as an example. Not sure now. Let's see. Okay, so when you type on Google, you'll see that a lot of information will come out from the school. But usually, the first link that appears is usually the school's website. Okay, as you can see, nd.edu. You can also see here, nd.edu. So we want to click on the website, and it will take us to the home page, of the school. So now this is the university's website. You want to first of all scroll down, just scroll down and check if there are any information here on the page. But this is not where we are going to. You can just scroll down just to know what the page, what is on the page. Okay. So, but now these are the things you want to look for. So now, what are the things to look for? Yeah, let's look at them. You want to look at the program. They have the program you need. Then you want to look at the program requirements. Okay, are you writing it somewhere so that those are the things we will look to when we visit the website now, and I'll show you how to check for those things. You want to also see if they have funding. Okay, and then you want to check if they are waiving their application fee or if they are willing to waive it. Some may not waive it, they may not state it automatically, but are they willing? Is there a sign that they are willing to waive their application fee? And then the acceptance rate, do this school, do they really have enough international students? Do they accept enough international students? As acceptance rates? You want to check that also. So what are the keywords we are looking for on the website? You are looking for a link that talks about academics, admission, international students, degrees, programs. Those are the things, those are the keywords that we want to use to access, the website. So now let me go back to the page that I opened, the University of Notre Dame's page. So now we are here. So what you simply do, usually you come to these academics, and I want to let you know that most schools, the schools' websites are similar. It may not be the same design, but usually you will have academics and admissions. These two words is usually on almost every school in the US and probably some other countries. Academics, admission, and these are the places you want to check, because I said you want to check for programs. Okay, so when you want to check for programs, you may see it under academics. Usually you will see it under the academics, and sometimes it may be under admission. But let's click on the academics. So when you click on academics, you scroll down. Let's see what they have here. Okay, they have blah, 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 blah. Okay, this is an information too that is important. Student to faculty ratio, that's 9 students to 1. 84% of Notre Dame pre-medical students are admitted to medical school. 90% of classes have fewer than 50 students. 91% of faculty have doctorates or terminal degree, blah, blah. We don't need that. So when you come here, now look at this side menu. You can see you have departments. You want to check them department by department. This is information, one of the information we are looking for. We want to check the programs they have. Undergraduate programs, we don't need that here. Then graduate programs. So you want to click on graduate programs to see the programs that are there. Okay, so when you click on it, you will see all their programs, all the graduate programs, masters and PhD programs. And they actually, in this website, they arrange it according to the faculty. Some universities will not do that. Okay, but here, they arrange it according to faculty. So you go through it, whichever is your program, you click on it. Let me pick one as an example. Let me pick, which one should I pick? Let's say we pick sociology. So you can see sociology PhD, we have Spanish PhD, there's Masters, MA, they put it in front. Okay, let me not put PhD for now. PhD, you can always check PhD. Let's start with Masters. So let me click on English for Masters. Okay, then you scroll down, you will see the program, the deadline for application. Can you see now? It's there. That's why I said you must go to the website, because it will be an insult, or it will be something shameful if one did not go through this website and then you are now emailing the professor that, please, when is the deadline for your program? It will be as if you said you have visited our website and you cannot see the deadline. So you must have make sure that you browse through the website, you check everything before you can say you want to even ask anything. Make sure that whatever you are asking has not been addressed on the website. So if there's anything that has been addressed on the website and you are asking the professors, it will sound like a foolish question to them. Some may answer you and some may reply that go and check our website. There's a story of somebody that asked a professor for something that is already on the website. The information is on the website, and the professor replied, you said you want to apply for graduate program and you cannot read simple instruction on the website. That was the response. And definitely that person's chance of even getting that program is already slim. because the person did not read the instruction. So the instruction is there, the deadline of the program is there, okay, and some other, the program handbook. The handbook, of course, we know handbook. When they say departmental handbook, it contains all information about the program, the courses will be taken. So you want to read these things. The application materials, that's the requirements for this program. It may not be the same. If you check another program in the same school, it may be different. And that's what people do. You check, if they ask for something you don't have here, you can check another program in the same school, but still related to what you want to do. So they require GRE test not accepted, they don't require it. TOEFL or Duolingo for non-native speakers of English. Okay. Now this one is very important. Non-native speakers means those who are not native speakers of English, rather. And I think Nigeria is not a native speaker. But because this program is about English, I think they mandate the person who will do this program to have written an English test. I believe some of us are familiar with some of these things. If you are not familiar with them, you can just Google them. They are proficiency tests that you write, and you just write them and you pass them. Of course, they are not free. And for most schools too, depending on the program you want to apply for, some you may not need them, some you may need them. So if you think you need that program and you need that school, you can go ahead and write the test. But if not, you can move forward and look for other programs that did not mandate you to have this. So your CV, your official transcript, okay, your statement of intent, which is also statement of purpose, then 3 recommendation letters, writing samples, okay, that means you must have written before. That's for this program. So please don't mix it up. It is just for this program. Some other program, let's check another program. If we check other programs, let's go back. Let me just go back so that we'll be able to, I can click on the university's logo, which will take you back to the page. Let me go back again just so that we understand the process one more time. And then you can choose, let's choose another. The music people are, I think people who are also interested in music are here. Let's click on music. Where I think it's alphabetical order. Okay, Masters of Sacred Music. I think this school is a Christian school or something. So that's why they have Masters of Sacred Music. So if you click on Masters of Sacred Music, see the deadline. You see that I think it's different from the deadline of the former one. You click on. So December 15. That means all your application must be submitted by that time. Okay, so you can read all these things, blah, 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 blah. You read it. And then the application material, GRE is not required. Okay, TOEFL Duolingo for non-native speaker. Now this thing, you can even email them. You can email them that you were taught in English, blah, blah, blah. You are from Nigeria and you were taught in English. And usually they waive it for people. They say, okay, no problem. Just go ahead and apply. So you must be willing to talk to them. Then your CV, audition materials, because it's music. Okay, there are some materials they require for audition. Unofficial transcripts. You see that in the first one, they ask for official transcript. Now in this program, they are asking for unofficial transcript, which is a beautiful one for you. That means you can use your student copy. But the previous one that asked for official transcript, the transcript must be sent from the school. That means you apply for your transcript. But for this one, unofficial transcript, you can apply for student copy of your transcript and you use it in every of this application. And that's what I did. Okay. Then after you have gotten admission, you will be asked to send the original transcript from the school directly. Okay. Applicants must hold a bachelor's degree in music, blah, blah, blah. So we have settled that aspect of checking for the program, right? And you can see there's email there to you to send email to, this is the name of the person there, the Director of Graduate Studies. You can see. So you want to now say, Dear Dr. Gabriel Radu. So it's very simple. If you're interested in this program, this is the person to send, this is the email, and this is the name of the person, so that you know how to address the email. That's why they put the contact there. No, then you click on. Now, we want to check other things. Do they have funding? Okay. This is funding here. If you click on funding and awards, okay, you will see information about funding. The university offers 3 types of primary education funding to graduate students. Tuition scholarship. What's the second one here? Assistantship, and then fellowship, which shows that this school gives assistantship. So, and you can go down and read more. Let me look for information on assistantship and read for us so that we can see. So the information is there. It's just for us to read it. Okay, look at this. Almost 100% of doctoral students in the graduate school receive full tuition scholarships. It's very clear then that once you are a doctoral student, as a PhD student, you have almost 100% that they will give you scholarship. You are not even applying for it, it's just there. all fees except for a small student activity fee, maybe like $100 or $200, which they have it, stipend that they will be giving you, which you can pay from. Okay, master's program offer varying level of support, ranging from tuition assistantship to full tuition plus a stipend. Students should check with their individual program to learn what level of funding is available. But the point here is that funding is available. Okay, so if you are getting something, please let me know in the chat box if you are getting it right. So the information here is that there is funding available. So you want to even click on some of these different funding, scholarships and all that, and check for more on this particular website. So what again, you want to check for, what else do we want to check for? You want to look at their staff also, faculty and staff. You can click on faculty and staff and it will bring out the list of, it should bring out the list of their faculty. Different websites with different ways of navigating them anyway. Foreign student applicants, blah, blah. Normally, it's supposed to bring out the list of their faculty members. So when they mean faculty here, they are talking about the lecturers in the program. Okay, that's what it's supposed to bring out. Well, I'm sure the information is somewhere on the website, so you just try to navigate, check. But I think for that program, it's very clear that the person to contact is already in, the name, the email of that person is already there. Okay, so now the last thing before I leave this website, is that you can do whatever you are looking for. You can use this search button. Every website has search button. Okay, whatever you are looking for. Let's say I want to look for something, economics. You can just search. Whatever information you are looking for, use the search box and it will bring out information about that Department of Economics. You can see. Then you click on it to be able to go to the program and then look for their graduate program here. Okay. So I'm just showing you another way if you don't know what to do. You don't know where to click on. You are on their website, you don't know where to click on. Use the search button. You are looking for one information, you can't find access to the information. Click on the search button and type it. For instance, sometimes if I don't know where to go to, if I want to search for scholarship or assistantship, I always look for that word, assistantship. You type it, assistantship, in the chat box, in the search box. Okay, and it will bring out information about assistantship. Can you see now? So it's there. Just click on any of the assistantship and funding. Okay. So every student administered to this sacred music at Notre Dame, blah, 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 is given assistantship. Now they state it here in form of organist. They can ask you to be an organist in a local church, assistant organist, a vocalist, a choir director for children, teachers, and all of that. So I'm just using this as an example. Okay, but it's applicable to other programs. If you check your program here, you will see that there are form of assistantship there. Okay, so this is Indiana University at Bloomington. So you can have Indiana University like 3 or 4 of them in the same state, but you have to know which one you are. This one is Indiana University Bloomington. Okay. So it's specific. Then you, like I always do, I check academics first. Or you can just scroll down if there are things. Yeah, they say explore degree. You can go through this page too. But usually I go through academics or admission. So when I click on academics, it brought me to this place. Okay. And you look on this place. You see degrees and major. That's what you want to click on. There are other information, okay, but you want to look at the degrees, the courses they have. So you click on degrees and major, it will load it. Then you come down, you see all the degrees. You can use this to streamline what you want to search for. Like this program type, I can come here to select masters instead. If you're on this PhD, you select doctoral. Okay, let's say masters. Click on masters and you apply filter so that it will remove the ones that are not masters because undergraduate will be there. So then we have the list here now. African studies, blah, blah, blah. Anthropology, whichever one. The list is there on and on. Okay. Let's say we are looking for music. Let's check whether they have music here. So you can search instead of even running up and down. Just search here music and apply filter. Bam. Okay. Now you see, we have computer music composition. They have early music, instrumental. These are master's program they have here. Let's not make it only master so that you can see other one there. Music. Okay, chamber music, diploma, all those are diploma. Masters, we have Doctor of Music, early music instrumental. That's doctor is like PhD, DME is like PhD, okay? So early Doctor of Music, voice, blah, blah, blah. So now let's say we click on one. Let me click on one master's here. Blah, 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 blah. So I'm looking at time. So doesn't have information here. Jacob School of Music. You can click on the School of Music itself to even see. So then you click on their degree so that you can see from the website itself, I mean from their website. Explore areas of studies. Okay, let's say I choose composition. Okay, so you can see here, it contains the area, blah, blah, blah. They talk about their composition by any measure of composition department, consistently ranked among the best, blah, blah. This is the email of the person you want to send email to. Okay. Then admission, see the composition, audition requirements. So basically the admission requirement. If you come down, there are still more information. Look at it here now. You see the person in charge of composition. Can you see?
Okay.
You can see the email of the person. So you want to say, dear Dr. Aaron Travers, because usually in America, their first name is the first name, then the surname is the last one. So you see that you address all those things on the slide that I've actually shared. This one is Professor, dear Professor, blah. So they are there. But again, you must, one of the things we talk about, check their this thing online. Type their name on Google, on whatever, on Google Scholar especially. They are doing research, check what they have done. Okay. So, but if you click here, you see the admission requirements or things that you must send. Screening requirements, your score, because this one is composition. The list of completed compositions, recordings of performance, if possible. That means it's optional. Blah, blah, blah. Interview requirement, that means they will do interview in January. So different courses for different things. So, but you want to dig down, you just dig down into the website until you get the information you are looking for. Ohio University is a very good school also. They have programs there and they have funding. Okay. But like I always say, just look for where these are academics. There are other aspects you can browse in the school and check. Okay, but I'm just quickly, because of our short time, going through the bullet points. Okay, so you can check their website, then you can check colleges and schools. It's loading. Okay, so you can see the list of what they have, blah, blah, blah. Just look for your own list and they arrange it alphabetically, so it makes it easy. Look for your own and click on it. Communication, this one is communication program. Let's say, for instance, you click on communication. You want to apply for programs related to communication. You are in their department now, you click on graduates. Okay, then it brings us the graduate program and the details. You want to go through this and see what it entails. Okay, and then this Masters of Arts in Communication is a master's program. So you can see the information here. We offer funding to all students admitted to our master's program. And then they have the email of the graduate coordinator here. Okay. Then you can check other information. Like I said, we must be ready to go through all these things. Application instruction is here. How do you, okay, this one is open in another PDF. So application instruction, that one will show how you apply for, the information on how to apply. All the instructions, they are there. But let's just dive into this aspect. Number one is doing your homework or careful research. That website, you want to dust it. And when they say you are dusting something, I mean, you spend time, you check. Okay, you check for what you are looking for, back and forth. So some, they will have funding. Okay, there are some information you still need to look for. So that's why you have to make your research, do your homework very well before you choose the school you want to apply to. And then you must have a strong statement of purpose. You must write, make sure that you put in stuff there. You talk about yourself. There are samples online. Like always, anything you want to do, there are samples online. One of the blessings that we have is internet. But it's just that some people are not using it to their advantage. So your CV, how to even structure CV, everything, they are there. And some other great scholars that can help you to review. You must have done it, not that they will do it for you. You must have done, and then you have them to check and all that, which is very important. So you want to make sure that anything you are sending to the school is the best you can do at that time. You want to spend time to write the SOP, the statement of purpose. Then your letter of recommendation, okay, from the lecturers that you will ask. Make sure it's somebody that can write something for you. Yes. Some people, I remember approaching someone and the person said, yes, I know you, but I cannot write much about you. And I have to move on. Okay. So you must make sure that, and if you just finish school or you are still in school, please build good relationship with your lecturers so that they can write something good about you. Okay. I remember my professor here mentioning one aspect, and he said, oh, I remember one of your recommender said this about you. Can you imagine? Because they will not show you. They will just write it and send it to the school. Are you getting it? Because they are not allowed. They should not show you. So that means you must look for recommenders that will write something about you. Okay. So meeting all the application requirements and even going extra mile. Okay. Like I said, some of these tests, TOEFL and the likes, they are not compulsory. I did not do any of them. I did not. Okay, I did Duolingo, but I did not use it. The school I wanted to use it for, it was already late. So I did not use it. They are not compulsory. But again, some you want to go extra mile. So that if they have 10 applicants listed, they want to look for somebody who have the extra thing, the extra mile. They request for two samples. If you have 3, why not give them 3? There are some things they did not, they said it's not compulsory, but they stated there that but it will be appreciated. Why not get that thing? But if you don't have them, it's understandable. If you have them, you want to put them forward. Look out for application fee waivers. Okay, and this is one of the best things that you can do. You want to look for application fee waiver. They waive application fees. Some, they will have the information on their website, okay, but some, they don't have it on their website. And this is where social media comes in. I'm not talking about just Facebook. You may not even see those things on Facebook. Okay, there are some YouTube channels on scholarship that you need to follow. I list them there now. The Fred Effect, we have Muiwa Igbala Jobi. I think it's a guy on LinkedIn. If you search on LinkedIn, you see his name there. You can even search on Google. It will link you to some of this. I think he has a scholarship cafe. It's a website that talks about scholarship. So these are the things I spent my money on then. I spent money to buy data, to watch YouTube videos, to check things. And there are some guys I follow on YouTube. This guy, Fred Effect on YouTube, the Kingsford Oyina on YouTube. I followed them. Then on Naira Lands too, there are some discussions about scholarship. Naira. These are the people. So because you are following them, you get access to their information. When these schools are releasing application waivers, these guys are the first to know because some of them are in US. They know. And not just because they are in US, they have connections that tell them that this school is releasing, this school is releasing, so that they will have content to put on their platforms. So you want to take advantage of that. So you want to follow them and subscribe to their channel. And there are some videos that are there, even old videos. Go and watch it so that you'll be abreast, full of information. That is one of the places, in fact, that's the best place to know schools that are releasing application fee waiver, that are waiving application. Because you can imagine paying for application for 4 schools, 3 schools, like $70 times 3. Where is the money? You know the rate of Naira to dollar now. So you want to take advantage of application waivers. With application waivers, if you are on guard for information, you can get access. So you want to apply to multiple schools, at least minimum of 3, maximum of XSX. If you can apply for 20, no problem. If 10 of them give you admission, you will now choose funding. We have guys like that. They get 3 fundings and they have to choose, which one should I do? Which one? Some go for maybe funding. Some go for, okay, this school, they are doing what I love and all of that. That's beautiful. You have options. So it's better than just saying you want to apply for one and that one rejects. That's all. So you want to apply for as many as you can. And that's why you have to keep searching. Especially this is the application season. This season is the application season. Once we cross December to January, some schools, you are already late for some schools. So this is the application season and you must be abreast. And schools that are waiving application, this is the month they waive it most. So you want to be at the lookout for some of these things. So let's move forward. Then other things, learn effective email communication. Don't use copy for love or something for scope, some funny emails. Don't be like me that was using some funny emails before. Okay? You must go professional. You must use your full names, or at least your name must appear on your email. But it's best to use your full name. When I mean your full name, your last name and your first name. Okay? So instead of using something like this, use a name, a real name. So they must know who they are dealing with. So I put this link here to know how to communicate with professors. You can visit the link. I'll try to share this slide with us also. So you can visit the link and learn more. And if you can write it down from this slide, no problem, you can do that. Learn how to address professors also. If you are writing email to them. Okay? So a friend of mine, somebody recently is still doing this. The person may be online now, he may not be online. sending message to professor and starting with greetings. You just say greetings. My name is, no, that's not professional. What is greetings? Why are you greeting? You must be specific. Dear Dr. Blah, dear Professor this, and you address them by their last name. Or if you want to use the two names, their first name and last name, you must know how to put it very well, please. Dear Professor, you put it there. And like I said, there are samples online on how to do these things. Okay. Generic mass code emails won't work. You need to tailor your message to the specific professor. Okay. Don't send the same thing you send to this person, you are sending to this other person. You can do that for different schools, but you should not be doing that, especially for the same department or within the same school. You are sending the same message. Make sure you are tailoring your message, edit it, and make sure it's specific to that person. Check the work of the person online and talk about it in your email. I read your article on this, and one of the things I found interesting is this. Who will not love that? I mean, you are talking about that you read my work. That's a captivating thing already. So one of the things while I was doing my interview, I mentioned the things I've checked in the works of the professor. And I said, oh, you did this, you did a collaboration with this person. I mentioned it because I've read it, of course, and I've checked through it, and I should be able to mention it also. That's a sensible thing is for somebody to like that somebody has checked their work, and they'll be able to respond, oh, that's good, that's a good idea. Shows that you are interested in the program and in person. Okay, so don't just send generic copy and paste email. Don't copy email, please. Even though I'm advising us to check online, please don't do copy and paste. It will not help you. Yeah, because some people might have even sent what you are sending, and those use ChatGPT to just write. No. Check samples and write by yourself. It's a skill that you need to learn. Okay, and write good grammar, please. I'm not a good person in English, but I make sure that I use technology to check my grammar before I send them. And they are there. You can use Squidboards, Grammar Checker, you can use Grammarly. Some are online, some are softwares embedded in it. Even if you are typing in Microsoft Word, I think it can correct. But these are the sites I actually trust when it comes to correcting. I check my grammar before I send it out, and it will correct everything. Then you'll be able to send it. Okay. Then make research. I've talked about this before. Make research about the school, the program, and what the professor is working on. Please, these things we are saying it takes time. It takes time. Anybody want to eat anything, just like Yoruba, you want to eat only from the rock. You will not look at the mouth of the axe. You must be ready, to work. So we'll be going to very soon, go to question and answer. But I just want us to read this, and I want somebody to comment on this. What can you say about this? Somebody make a comment. Somebody chatted with me and sent this. I just want to see if there's anything you are able to draw from this. Can somebody comment on this? What can you say about this? What do you think this person has seen to make these comments? The person say, wow, I know this time will surely come, because I used to see you then, watching videos concerning master's degree in US, UK, and Canada then. What do you think this person actually meant? You can type in the box. Anybody following who wants to type? What do you think the person is actually referring to?
Can we talk?
Yeah, sure, you can talk.
It means that you've actually been working for this.
Yeah.
It didn't just happen suddenly.
Yes. So this person was my colleague at work in Nigeria. We were in the same office because I work in the secondary school then, and we were teaching the same subjects for different classes. So we are in the same office from morning till evening. But usually when I'm not having classes, I'm not marking scripts. He's always saying me. At a point, he even commented, this video, you are just watching video on Scholar. This one, you are watching this. And he's the one selling data. He sells data for me. And I can buy data in the morning, and by afternoon, the data is done. And later, at a point, I said, I will not be buying small data. All this buying 100 megabytes, that one cannot work for me again. I have to buy serious data so that I can watch, because I have to be educated on these things. So, and I'm always there. There are a lot of videos I could watch. I could be watching comedy skits and all of that. I watch that maybe if I have the time anyway. But these are things that matters, and you have to spend your data. It's worth spending on something that is important. So that's what I actually just want us to take that from there. So I will stop here to just take questions and answer. But if you have questions, can you raise your hand or type it in the chat box? Because we are about to.
Sorry, before question, just to add briefly to what you have said, thank you very much, Binga, for this brilliant and great opportunity for us to share and learn together. It's a pity that one or two persons could not join, but since we are going to send the record something, I think that would be okay. Just to emphasize a few things that Binga said, he said he applied, I think, three universities in US and in UK, and I think one came out from US, one worked, So just to emphasize that the same thing is the same thing for grant winning.
Yeah.
For looking for hosts. For instance, when I was this AVH I'm doing now, because all we have been yes is for postgraduate, but also for postdoc. All right. Like this one, I have to send letters to about 10 to 15 professors.
Wow.
And I have to read their work. So it's not just what we just do in a single day. And like I said, I have about three, what do you call it? Three official email, university email. I have one called Shegun General. That's my social. That one is for social. Shegun is there, but General is not my name. All right. So I have OS Titus. I have Olusegun dot Titus. I have about 4 actually.
Wow.
1 or 2 for social, 2 for official. So that one is very critical. Like Benga before, is it Dove something? Another
Genius author. Genius author. 2010
Genius author. Benga Leke is very choir sometimes. He's on name choir. Nobody want to. They will think you be a 419 guy. That's the mentality of the white. This must be a 419. What is his name? Choir. How can you be very choir in Africa? So thinking our email, we must go and get emails that carries Olusegun Titus or OS Titus or Segun Titus at gmail.com or at yahoo.com or the name. In fact, they want to use where you are now. They like to use, if you have institution email, that's like postgraduate students that are here, maybe you're in UI or OAU, OAU will give you email. That's what they do now. They give you, and you can use that to apply. They know that you're already in the system. So that's very, and he said some of us, like in the DAD meet group, somebody asked, they said, Oga, they said we should apply with £50. So I said, you want to get about 50, I get this person is not here. Somebody called me 3 days ago, one of our students, who finished from OAU, actually. She told me, I don't know whether she's there, that she has to go and take a loan of £30,000.
Wow.
She's still paying debt. She's through with the masters, but the debt is still low. The load of the debt is still high. So I said, I said, look, this guy got this thing free. When I said free, he has to buy data and watch things, like he said. And I want to emphasize it. This is the season. There is season for every time. For everything. Right? Yeah. You apply for postgraduate. This is the time. Those are like I know 1 or 2 people could not join, but I wasn't too happy that in DAA group, if I can see some of our professors, they are here. Some of the postdoc, they are here. But some of, 1 or 2 persons said could not join. But most, if I have to be texting some privately, where are you? Come and join. Some said, what did they want to say? I said, oh, you are missing something. Because me, I said, I want to learn. I'm going to learn because I'm not in US, right? And there's so many things that are going on. So, you have to also spend a little bit of money and time to watch. You have to listen to presentations. You have to go to their website. You have to download their emails. And let me just make one thing. You can draft one email, okay? And for instance, when I was writing I draft an email. I say, dear professor, I am so. I've read your paper on so. And so it cannot be the same letter, although the same structure. But when you are writing to another person, you have to talk about his paper. You can just look at the conclusion and so at least look at 1 or 2 of their papers and read it. How does it, and tell them this is how your paper is related to what I'm doing. And that's why I got 3 or 4 hosts, and I needed just 1, but I got more than enough. One of the person that could not host me, we are doing one paper together. We are doing music, chocolate, music, cocoa chocolate. One of them is the person. And it's always, like the conference I went last time in Germany here, he paid for everything. He paid for everything. Accommodation, hotel, he paid for everything. At least I spent almost, in Nigerian money now, almost 300,000. They paid everything. So what I'm saying, the university where the man is, and I didn't apply. He just said, don't worry, my university will cover it. So the point I'm making is this: there are a lot of opportunities. I'm sorry, I'm saying it. I'm going to invite him to talk. He was telling me some things that even as postgraduate student now, they said there's money for conference. Okay, wow. There's money for conference for him. And he went to the secretary and said, okay, there's money for conference. Said, no, yes, there's another one. There are two. If this one is there, you can still keep this one. There's another one. Yeah. Okay. He was telling me last, this very week. He said, okay. So there are two money now for conferences. Apart from the one they gave him every month, there are money already. Two different amount we still come for conferences alone. So there are these opportunities are there. So I don't want you to go and hook your head in debt in the name of, I'm not saying it's bad, but it's not the best. When there are options of winning, when there are opportunities of winning, how can you go and to go and take, as of today, pounds is about 1,300 as of today. So you need 30 of that, 30,000 because your accommodation, you are talking about almost 35 million. Or that one we build a story building or something in the village. In fact, even the city, if we do something. So please, that is what I want to add, that you have a part. After this, it doesn't end with this training. Those that win are those who are resilient, who are determined and ask questions, and thank God, this is free and you can do it. I just feel I should say this one before those that have questions, and we can ask, we can go ahead with questions.
Thank you so much for this, because one thing I emphasize on also, thank you, sir, for also reminding me of that. I think there is no, I always tell people I don't have shishi to pay. Yes, but if I will pay, I will know that I'm paying, not that I want to go and enter debt, but you want to pay for something because you want to get access to something. As much as like I'm saying that there are some schools that are waiving application fee. There are some schools that you might have to pay the application fee if you can afford, because they have the high chance. Just imagine the school states that almost 100% of their admitted students will be given scholarship, and they are asking for $70 application fee or $60 application fee. Why not? If you want to look for that money and then apply for some other schools free. So, because that's an advantage. There's a school I missed, but I just believe that God wants me to be here. But there's one that I missed that was asking for application, fee money. And I think I consulted Dr. Titus then. He said, just leave that one since you have applied for others. But because actually I wanted to look for the money, but because at that time I spent money on some other things. So the school, my transcript, and some other things. So, but if I had the opportunity, I would pay also. Yoruba will say, or something like that. So you have to pay. So of course, you can't even do this without paying, because you are paying your money, you are paying your time, you are paying with every of your resources. And boom, when the breakthrough comes, people will be thinking that you just got it. No, it has to do with work. And I want to emphasize on the application fee waiver. Somebody has a question, on the chat box on that. That's probably I should go through the website again for application fee waiver. On the website, they don't usually, they put it there, but it's very scarce for them to put it. This is how most of them give application waiver. At this time, especially, they will be doing what they call open house, like information session about their schools. They do it almost every year or every semester. So they will do a webinar about their school, webinars, and they share it. They share the information, date of the webinar on their portal, on their university websites. You need to check that also. You can type it, search it on the website, just search webinar, their information session, graduate information session. So they used to share. So in that webinar that they talk about their school, for people, so that people will attend, they will say that anybody who attend that webinar will be given free application waiver. So what you now want to look for, you want to look for the time that they are doing those kind of webinars. And by the time, make sure you attend. When you attend, they will be able to work with it. Is in that webinar that they will share the code. They may not even share it so those who come to their website generally will not see it. But because they attend the information session, just like a seminar to talk about their school, they will share the waiver code on those websites, or they send it to your email. Everybody who attended, they will send it to your email. Some is just for you to register on their site. When you register, it shows that you are attending the webinar. They will send, by the time they are through with the webinar, they will say, we thank you, we appreciate you for coming to the webinar. Here is the application waiver code. It will waive our $60 application fee for you. Make sure you use it between this time and this time. Okay, so you want to take advantage of that and use it within that time. So you can get the information to their webinar on their website. Another thing is, make sure you follow these guys that I list here. The Fred Effect on YouTube, Muyiwa Agbalajobi on LinkedIn, Kingsford Oyina on YouTube. Okay, Netherlands, search for scholarship, USA scholarship, and all of that. You will see links. There are WhatsApp groups to join, all of those things. Okay, so you follow them. These guys too have information about it. Almost every week. You will see some of them releasing information about, oh, this is waiving application fee. If you go on their website, I mean on their page now, their YouTube page, their LinkedIn page, you will see those information there, where they are sharing which school is doing application waiver currently. I see someone yesterday, and they sent it because I received their their YouTube updates, and I saw it there. But because of course I'm not interested in that now. So, but what am I saying? That you need to go online and check for these things. They are there. Follow them. It's not just these guys. Follow YouTube, search US scholarship. You will see a lot of guys doing these things. What I'm doing there, some of them are doing it on YouTube, and they are teaching people daily. They are doing it for free, yes, but they are, the more followers you have on YouTube. So some of them are churning information. Informations are there. They are churning it out. So we want to make sure we take advantage of this information for ourselves. So I think I believe I've answered that question. Because if we say we should go on the website, we may find, but it may be a thorough searching. You can search. Now, another trick is go on the website, any of the university websites, search for application fee waivers. You get that? Just type in the search box, application fee waivers. Like I said, anything you want to search, you have checked the website, you have checked, you did not see it there. Type it in the box, search. If they have application fee waiver, they will tell you. And also, you can ask for these application waivers from the school. You can send email. And like I always say, check samples online before you send any email. You can check samples of email to request for application fee waivers. There are samples there. People have put samples there. Use those samples, use to write your own. Send email to the graduate school. The graduate school have email. You can check their email too. Search for these things. Send email to them that you want to apply. There are samples, there are ways you send those email. So when you get those samples, use to write your own. Request, some of you they will tell you that, oh, we don't waive it. Move away from them. Some will tell you that, yes, we'll be giving, but we'll be giving so time. This is the link to attend our webinar. Can you see now? So when you attend our webinar, we'll give application waiver. Also, you can request, you can ask, you can communicate with the professors to a level that you'll be able to ask for application waiver. There are professors that orchestrate that okay, they saw your packet, they saw the things you send, your CV and all of that. They can decide to send you application waiver code. Some of them have this code that they only send to people that, okay, oh, they've shown interest, they've shown this. But let that one be a last resort, and make sure that you have something to back up that person is actually interested in your work before you can do that. But a lot of these schools give application waivers, and it's timely. But if you cannot afford it, if you can't see application, if there's a school that you're interested in, probably because of the funding or something that they are giving, and you have to pay application fee. Please, if you can afford it, pay. But make sure that if you are paying application fee for a school, make sure you have all the requirements, and make sure you put your attention and your strength to that school, so that the money will just go like that. So I believe I've answered that question. If there's no other question,